Hey, good morning, Motivational Drive-By. Coco here. Actually, it's motivational to sit in the driveway, just like yesterday. I'm still sitting in the driveway. But today's quote is kind of interesting. It's by David Byrne, and I'm wondering if it's the Talking Heads David Byrne. Could be. Interesting quote, though. Sometimes it's a form of love just to talk to somebody that you have nothing in common with and still be fascinated by their presence. You know this is true because we've talked about this. We've talked about the fact that you can love lots and lots of people. The amount of love you have within you is infinite. Unlike my ex-wife, who believed that there was only a finite amount of love and that, if I gave it to, my kids and other things like that, that there wasn't enough for anybody else. And it's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. You have so much love. I mean, an infinite amount of love. As much as you can give, there's more. And more and more and more. I tell people that, I think of love like a staircase. And that bottom step is like gigantic. And then you have steps, because I love everybody. And you work your way up, and you have the top of the staircase. Top of the staircase is like my kids and my dad. And then there's people up and down the staircase. And you can move them up and down the staircase. Like there are some days, what's that line? I love you, but there's some days I just don't like you. Okay, you people move up and down that staircase every single day. But sitting and talking to somebody and paying attention to what they say is like one of the greatest ways to love somebody, to show somebody. And like I said, there's degrees of love. There's, a number 1 love, there's a number 10 love, and a number 1 love is like, the paper boy and the woman who checks you out at the store. And, you might just call it non-committal nothing, but there's respect and love and understanding. And, when you sit down and you talk with somebody and you look them in the eye while you're talking to them and you go through this, that's love. That's amazing amount of love. You have no idea how powerful that is and how much that can change somebody's life. Just sitting and talking. And like it says here, it's just being fascinated by their presence. People, and unfortunately, there's a tragic separation in our society today. The kids stick together. The young singles stick together. The young married stick together. The old married stick together. The widows and the widowers stick together. Once upon a time, it was a big merge, and the kids got to hear the stories from grandpa and grandma and aunts and uncles, and everybody shared, and everybody had questions, and everybody contributed, and that's sad that we don't do that anymore. But you can still do it. Go visit, an elderly relative, visit somebody in the hospital, and just shut up and let them talk. Look them in the eye and let them tell you what they have to say. And listen. It's amazing. You would be amazed what you can learn. I have learned so much from the people around me. I talk a lot. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I know I do. I talk a lot. But I've learned to shut up and listen. And the hardest part is when they're saying something that gets you excited, to shut your mind off and just listen to the whole thought. I still can't do it very well. There are times I can do it, and then sometimes I get so excited. And the people who know me know when I'm getting excited about something, and they'll just stop, and they'll let me talk for a while, and then they can go back to what they were talking about. So pay attention. Show people how much you love them by allowing them to talk. Try some new people. When you're in the line at the grocery store, turn around and talk to that person behind you. In fact, if they've got a cart, point out some stuff and make some jokes, or do something to break the ice, because you're going to be in line for a while. Especially like if you're going to Aldi, they have that like real long line. But if you're in line, talk to the person behind you. If you're in a doctor's waiting room, why read those graphic old magazines from 2 years ago? Talk to somebody. Learn something new. Strive for that. Expand your world, you'd be surprised how small this world is. you'll talk to somebody and you'll say, oh, you'll learn something. You'll say, oh my God, I needed to have that information. It's pretty important. As always, have a stupendous, amazing day. Go out. Bye.